Oh, bloody hell, that ended quickly. Have you got my camera?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just trying to get rid of me, and it's not working, so we'll just forget that.
It's been
Right,
one of them nights.
so we have just watched the live launch of Big Brother Trace, haven't we?
We have, and a very good evening to all of you watching. Hello, Elma. I know you're watching because I can see your comments on Facebook.
Oh, hello,
So good
Alma.
to see you.
Trace is looking after Facebook this evening.
And
Right.
it is a very good evening from him, which is Jake Nielsen.
And a very good evening from her, which is Trace Wilding. She is actually the Wilding.
And he is the Nielsen.
Is that camera on a tilt? No?
Now,
Okay.
uh,
That's
anyway,
good then.
back to business, Mr.
Yes.
Nielsen.
Yes.
So, what did you think?
Well, my favourites so far are Alex, Jackson.
I love Jackson.
I like Jackson.
Love Jackson.
Alex is fit though, isn't he?
Alex is nice, yeah. That was the model, wasn't it?
He's very fit, yeah.
The one with the big muscles.
And I like Andy, the gay sports reader guy.
Oh, see, I like the older man.
Oh, you see, I think
I
he's
didn't
got
like
something.
Chelsea, though.
I think he's got something to hide.
I like that, though.
Yeah.
From the others, who did you like? Who was your favourite?
In the others, I don't. We didn't really get to see much of the others, though, did we?
One stuck out to me straight away.
Which
I
one?
love Ryan. Ryan, I love. He's going to be such a
Yeah, I think I like Ryan too, and I think it's definitely a male winner this year.
I hope so.
Do
Be
you
nice,
think?
wouldn't it?
Well, I think we need a male, don't we?
We do, we do.
Yeah.
So what do you think to the twist then? I was a little bit disappointed. They kind of hyped us up, and I thought they'd let them see who was where. So if
Well,
went through it blindly, I was a bit disappointed.
I think all will be revealed, especially when they go into the house.
I know, but it was the launch night. A little bit disappointed.
And well, I wasn't disappointed. I think
But
they.
why? Why, for goodness sake, did they pick sexy? Surely, if you're thinking,
I know.
well, I
You
want
would
to go
pick
up
game
against
player,
this,
wouldn't you?
I would have gone for game player, ruthless, secretive.
Yeah. You'll
They
pick
picked
game
sexy,
player.
which is kind of harmless.
Yeah. It was him, wasn't it? Who was it that chose them?
I thought it was the big guy at the back
Yeah.
that sort of said it first, and then
Yeah.
everybody kind of. See, I was a bit disappointed with them lot because they're supposed to be quite ruthless in their own rights individually.
Right.
And they seem very. Mind you, he did say they had to play as a team, didn't they? They had to play nice with each other.
Yeah.
But they seemed to follow that bigger guy that was sat at the back.
Yeah.
Everyone seemed to fall in line with him.
Yeah.
And I thought they'd be. Apart from Ryan, he was a little bit more outspoken.
Yeah. I was a bit disappointed in the fact that they chose the sexy one. Because actually I quite like Lauren. You say no?
You know me, I'm not. Well,
You don't do women, do you?
No, not very much. So I kind of looked at the women, and the one that stuck out to me the most
Yeah.
was the actual one in the others, and it was his wife, the secretive one's wife.
Right.
And I think she's going to play a good game once she gets going.
Well, a couple of them are already famous that we know. Letitia is from The Valleys, which was a Welsh reality TV programme.
That was quite hardcore, wasn't it?
Andy, well, apparently Letitia has had a vagina tattooed with a sheep.
Oh yes, she said that, didn't she, in a VC?
VT, yeah.
VT, that's it. I knew it was B something. But yeah. So she'll be quite up for it then, because she's used to reality.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the girls, because there was the twins, there was Lauren. Who else was there, Jake?
There was Emma and Victoria, Lauren, Laura.
Laura.
There was the Australian girl. Now, I thought you might like the Australian girl.
Yes, now I do like the Australian girl. I do quite like her, and I think she's going to be up for no bullshit.
Do you think?
I think, because Australians are pretty straight-laced.
Are they?
Say it how it is, yeah. So I think I'll get on well with her.
See, I wasn't keen because I thought she was a bit upfront and abrupt.
Yeah, but that's the way.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I liked in Australia. Your mates were your mates because you knew exactly where you stand. They're very straight talking people, Australians. You either love them or you know, you love them or you like them. There's no in between. They're a bit like Americans where they say it how it is and they're quite emotional. They you know, like we keep everything a bit locked up, don't we, us British? We tend to, I don't
Yeah,
know.
we're a bit stiff upper lip, aren't we?
Yeah, well, the Australians and the Americans are very similar.
What did you think to Jackson then?
I love Jackson. Oh, he comes across to me as a bit of a what's the word? Unique. But there's a word.
Peculiar.
No, not peculiar per se. What's the word when somebody's
eccentric?
That's it, eccentric. And you know me for eccentric people. So I reckon he's going to be fun because he's going to do his own thing. I love the way he was dressed. I thought he was so cool. And the crowd loved him too.
I didn't like the way he was dressed. I didn't like the way he was dressed. I thought, what a fucking pillock.
I liked it. For me, that was because he was different to everyone else, and it's nice to be different. It wants to be a sheep.
And I thought the guy that came in at the end, I can't remember his name. He looked like a bit of a bouncer. And he was the older of the bunch, wasn't he? What was his name?
That Chelsea.
Chelsea. No, the guy before him.
That's the one I like. That's the one I'm backing.
What's his name?
Him and Jackson.
What's his name?
Can't remember his name though. Was it Jason?
Jason, that was it. Yes. I didn't like Chelsea. Did you?
No. And what was going on with his hair at the back?
I don't know. It was wrong.
You think for all that money he'd put up a decent haircut?
I do actually think that the guy that went in first, what was his name?
Oh, see, it's hard on the first night because you get such slow.
Yeah.
But I know the one you mean.
I think he might be transgender.
Do you?
And I said that to Ali.
Why? What made you feel that?
Just his mannerisms.
He's going to be lovely though, isn't he? He's a little sweetheart.
Yeah, he's covered in
Marco,
that was it. He was covered in tattoos. But I think he might be a female to male transgender.
Oh, well, watch this space, folks. Let's see if he's right.
Yes, watch this space.
You heard it from Jake first.
Yeah, I've got my suspicions.
Didn't say anything, did it?
No. I've got my suspicions.
It was nice this year as well because they haven't put just one gay man in, they've put two.
Yes.
And I thought that was really nice that they've got, somebody that they can chat to, relate to while they're in there.
Yeah.
Rather than just being on their own.
Yeah.
And they've done it in the past because Brian had one with him, didn't he? He had Josh.
Yeah, I thought it was good too. But there's not going to be any sparks flying, is there? Because they're obviously, well, one of them, Andy, is partnered, isn't he? So.
Yeah, but loneliness happens in Big Brother. Your head gets screwed up.
Yeah.
We've seen it before. People have gone in with partners and come out without.
Did you like Jason because of his dog?
I just liked him in general. To say he's been in the game for quite a while, because he does stand-ins and stuff, he seems pretty humble still. So for me, it was looking at his body language as he walked on and that. It was quite humbling. And I think he's going to be good in the house because I think we've both discussed this, haven't we, in the past? Wisdom comes with age. You haven't, without, when you're in your 20s, 30s, you've still got a lot of life experience to go. With him being that slightly older man, I think he's going to be more experienced in life, so he's going to be able to help a lot of the others when they start to struggle.
Do you think there's going to be a mummy and daddy type? So do you think he's going to be the daddy figure?
I think he'll be the alpha male, yes.
Do you think so?
Most definitely.
And do you think there'll be an alpha female? Do you think there'll be an alpha female?
Yes, I think the alpha female will probably be. Just trying to think again who went in. Because the females.
I think it could be Letitia, but she's up for eviction.
No, she's a firecracker.
Really?
She'll be too fiery. and I think you're going to find she's going to play the diva card quite a lot as well.
Really?
Yeah. She was saying, "Oh, it was all right. I get it. It so wasn't all right that she'd been nominated." But see,
For the guys, for the people that are watching and that don't know, Tracy's has done. You don't mind me saying this. Has done some life coaching, so she's quite a watcher of people, really, aren't you, Trace?
I like to pick up on their body language because you got to remember we only speak 10%. The rest is done through body language, from gestures, the way they walk, the way they hold themselves, the way they're talking. The eyes movements are one of the biggest giveaways. When you can get close enough, though, see, Big Brother tends to keep the cameras back a bit on the first night.
And there were quite a few of them tonight that were literally shaking while they were on stage.
Well, the thing is, see, we all know to get into Big Brother, you've got to play it up. So you're going to lie. We've seen it in the past, haven't we? And Emma did say tonight, you know, you talk the talk, can you walk the walk, or are you going to walk the walk?
Well, I think we found that in the past. A lot of them have talked the talk, but when they get in there, they're totally different people, aren't they?
It's just to get in. It's a huge challenge to get in, isn't it? I mean, how many thousands are you going up against?
I heard Jackson tonight say he's been trying for 10 years.
Yes, it's a big show, and it's a big audition.
Yeah. And I guess the more auditions you go to, the more experienced you become,
Exactly.
and you know what they're after, don't you?
Nothing's a fail ever.
Yeah.
You learn and you can build to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. So in the end, you know what they're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah. So have we got any thoughts on, has anybody watched it on Facebook that you can see, or?
Well, Alma was talking, but she isn't talking now. Okay. So there's been no more comments. I keep refreshing, but there's nothing coming up at the moment.
Okay.
But we've only been live a few minutes, and it does take people time to sort of see it posted and then react.
Yeah, that's very true.
I mean, there's 2 people that's reacted, but I don't know how to find out who they were to the post.
Can you not comment on the post?
No, just Alma.
It was really awkward tonight because I normally post on my laptop, which is normally at the side of me, while we were live with Tracy, but my laptop's been downstairs because me and Tracy have been watching it together, haven't we?
Ah, there you go. Alma is there. She's actually come to my chat, and she says, "Great tune. Any fit men sounds painful, and I love people watching like you, Tracy." So she's obviously listening, Jake.
Obviously.
She's obviously there live. So it's a very good evening to you, Alma.
Hello, Alma.
And yes, there is quite some good eye candy in there this year.
I love Alex. I think he's gorgeous.
He is, and he's got a lovely smile, hasn't he?
He has. He's got nice teeth.
And he was smiling a lot.
Yeah.
I think you'll find with Alex, he's quite open.
Well, he looked quite calm when he went in, didn't he? I mean, he took his time going up the stairs and greeted people, and you know.
Very much the gentleman, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And I found that with Jason. Jason was exactly the same. He wasn't ruffled by it all. He sort of shook loads of hands. You know, quite a people person.
Yeah.
So I would say for him, opinions of others are really important to him. He's more of a people pleaser.
What was your opinions of the twins then, from a life coaching point of view?
The twins got a lot of growing up to do. They were quite way out there, weren't they?
Yeah.
They need reining in a little bit, but it's because of their age. It's not a bad thing, but they have a lot of energy. So they're going to be like your firecrackers in there.
Do you think they're going to be really loud, noisy and obnoxious?
I think they're going to be loud, noisy and obnoxious, but I don't think they're going to be confrontational.
All right.
And I think a lot of... Whereas the others are going to have to make alliances in there, they've got each other. So they've already a step up to a lot of them in there.
Really?
Because we've said before, haven't we? When you go in with a partner, like we've had married couples and that go in there, it gives them an upper hand. They don't have to people please. See, for the first 2 or 3 days in any situation like that, you've got to kiss arse because you want the rapport. You want to have people on your side. So this is where they're wearing their masks. That's why you don't see them drop for 2 or 3 weeks. Till they're comfortable and they've got their alliances, then you'll see, you know, the true colours. But somebody like the twins that are going in with the alliance already made, they're comfortable to be themselves.
We wanted to do this after every show, and hopefully we will. I think we will, won't we?
Yeah, I'm up for it.
We're committed. regardless of mood or whatever.
Yes, you might find us high, lows, whatever,
Yeah.
but that is part of what we said we were doing live.
But neither me or Trace are keen on Ryland's Big Brother's bit on the side show. And so what we thought we'd do, we would talk about the after show after the show and do our version a bit on the side, didn't we?
Yeah. I mean, bless him. See, for me, I don't dislike Ryland. He's got a lovely nature. He's very genuine. He's caring. But I don't know, when he presents a show, for me, he just tries too hard.
You
and
see,
it comes across.
For me, I love Ryland as a person. I think he's a great guy. I just don't rate his presenting skills. I'm not too keen on him as a presenter. I think he's fake.
Well, the thing is, him and Emma started together, and when he started, for me, he tried to be like Emma too much. Rather than taking it and being himself, he projected this image that wasn't. He hadn't got the experience that Emma had got.
Yeah.
And it showed, didn't it? I mean, who did he present with originally? The other girl that he presented with?
Oh, it was the coloured girl, wasn't it? It was.
She was as bad. I mean, she was worse than Ryland.
Actually, I liked her.
Did you?
Yeah.
See, I wasn't keen on her. For me, it was all a facade for the camera. And if you're going to present,
the thing is, when you directed, are you directed that way?
Well, we don't know. See, we're not there, are we? It's easy to sit in judgment, isn't it?
Yeah.
We don't know what they're saying in their ear pierce. We don't know what they're telling them.
Yeah.
Because it's ratings, isn't it? As well, television. It's all about the ratings.
Of course.
So it could be, more scripted.
And for me, it's not that I dislike Ryland, because I like him as a person.
No, I don't. I
like him as a person.
person.
I just don't like his presenting. I think he tries too hard.
He does. And he tried to take Emma's style rather than making his own.
Yeah,
If
totally.
he'd have gone in as Ryland and just been him, because when he's on his own, when you see him in this morning and they're just going over to him and he's natural and on his own, he's really good.
Yeah.
But somehow you put a camera on him and tell him it's his show, and I don't know, it just goes pear-shaped.
Yeah, totally agree. However, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to watch on catch-up.
Well, I have to watch it some nights, see, because I like the when they bring the life coaches and that on, I like to see what they're and the psychologists and that. Yeah. So I do watch it on them nights, and I put up with him because I need to see what Judy's saying.
Yeah, I like Judy as well.
Yeah, she's one of my favourites.
She's good. So,
and I did like that dance guy. I mean, he is absolutely.
Oh my god, he's
fabulous because he's just crazy.
He was crackers.
Oh, I love him because he's crazy.
No, he wasn't.
You like the dance guy?
No.
Oh, I love him. I think he's fabulous. It's so different.
I think apparently this year's Big Brother's bit on the side, it has a bigger studio, so they're going to fit more audience members in, and it's going to be a little bit different.
Helmer said his teeth are too white.
I don't know. I wish I had white teeth.
But well, he used to be all teeth, and he's not quite so bad now. Whether I've got used to it, or whether I don't know, he's had something done and they're not as prominent, because they don't seem as prominent as they were.
I don't know.
Maybe I've just got used to it.
But what do you think to the twist of the other house then, Trace?
I don't know.
Do you think it's all been done before, or do you think it's all been done before but it's fresh?
I think they've kind of took it from when Victor and Jason were in there, because that was really the first time
I thought that
had that watching thing, didn't they, going on? So what they've done, instead of putting it in the show, because they've done that for so many years now. And what have I said to you? The thing last year I struggled with Big Brother because it's becoming too repetitive.
Yeah.
So they had to change it to keep the viewers. It has to be fresh. So it's a different slant on that, really, where they're listening and watching and making their life uncomfortable. But I think it's better.
I thought it was very Victor tonight when they showed us was it the hub or the place where they go to relax and stuff, because they had that in that season, didn't they?
They did.
So I think we are going to expect fireworks.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it's well going to kick off, especially if it's like they said, where they don't like each other. But then it can go one way or the other, because the year in the celebrity one where they put Jackie in and Bridget, they did that deliberately for it to kick off, and they actually
got on,
was able to
they?
sort their relationship out, and they're friends.
Yeah.
So it can backfire.
Definitely. So who's your hot fave then, Trace?
My hot fave is Jason.
Really?
Out of the main house. My hot fave on the others is Ryan.
I have two hot faves in the main house. I have Andy, because I think he's actually quite sweet, and he's the kind of guy that I could have an intellectual conversation with, because I do like conversation, and I do like to talk to someone with a bit of a mind.
The thing is with that, though, they've got a lot of young uns in there. They're going to mix that up with a lot of drink. Is he going to be able to take that, especially the twins, being because they're quite in your face and loud, or is it going to send him crazy, and is he going to get grumpy, which would let him down?
I think you might be able to talk to Jason, to be honest.
Yes. And I think Chelsea has something to offer. I mean, he must do, because
please.
I mean, he's got money, Jake. That doesn't come from
Well, just because he's got money doesn't mean he's anything special.
No, but I mean, it shows a certain intellect to be that high up. To go from nothing and be that high up, he's got something about him.
Oh, I can't do it.
He's not. He's a bit of a dark horse. I'm not saying I like him, because for me, he was the one that was the worst on my list out of all of them.
Yeah.
But I think he's got some hidden stuff that'll come out in a week or two.
I'm really not keen. So if you were going to put your money on anyone right now to win, who would it be? Would it be Jason?
No, I think it'll be Alex.
Really? Well, he's got the eye candy going on, hasn't he? He delivers
the whole package, and you've got to remember, a lot of young girls vote. And he's got a bit of everything for everybody, hasn't he? For the mums, they'll like him because he's quite... See, he reminded me a lot of Ash, with all his bulk up and everything, and the way he is. He reminds me of my son. So the older women will probably think son. The younger girls and anybody that's, thinking, oh, eye candy, so that's going to be gay men, younger girls.
I was just going to say, do you not think that Big Brother has
a vote, don't they?
Do you not think Big Brother has a big gay audience as well?
Oh my goodness, yeah. The gay following would be huge on something like this. So because that's a card, if you're going in to be a game player, that's the card I would be playing as a woman. I would be trying to get the gay vote, because it's a huge vote.
So what did you think to the task tonight? Because obviously they all had to stand behind podiums, and if I was going to go for anybody, I would have chosen the game players, the twins.
See, I wouldn't. I would have either chose the ruthless or the secretive.
Really?
Yeah. The game player, it's out there. Ruthless, that means they're going to try to screw up tasks and things, or whatever. Or they're going to be very self-centered, where they're just going to do you over for the money if they get the chance. Secretive, again, are they a mole? Are they going to be working with Big Brother? See, I'd be more worried about the things I couldn't see than the things that are out there.
So do you think the right person was chosen tonight?
No, not at all. Sexy's easy. I would have preferred to keep Sexy in and gone for Ruthless or Secretive, because if you're looking at it as a game, which Big Brother is, you want your competition out. You want to leave the lower ones in.
Do you think that Sexy could be conceived as a bit of a bimbo, though?
I think Sexy they took maybe as arrogant, because if you call yourself sexy, you love yourself, don't you? And a lot of people don't like people that are either arrogant or love themselves, do they? So it was probably not a good podium to stand by. You probably thought being sexy, you're safe, because it is quite low on the killing field. But again, a lot of people don't like me's, do they?
So do you think Laura chose the right person to go up for eviction with her, which was who was it?
What was she stood behind? I can't remember what she was stood behind. It was Letitia, but what was she stood behind?
Yeah, that was it. I can't remember what she was stood behind.
I can't either, but it wasn't. Was it Ruthless?
I think it was, yeah.
Oh, well then that would have been my pick. It would have, if I'd have been nominated, I would have either gone Ruthless or Secretive.
But she actually chose her because she'd not really talked to her much. So
Well,
do you think that was
you
the
have
right?
to pick something. Big Brother said it had to be legit. So yeah, you're having to pick something, and when you've only met people for half an hour, I mean, she was saying it was hard. See, again, this is all about building rapport up, because in all honesty, it wouldn't have been hard, Jake. There's been no bonds made in half an hour, an hour. There's
Yeah.
been no rapport actually built that's, going to get you through the
Are
game.
we not going back to judging someone in the first 5-10 seconds that
No,
you
I
meet
was
them?
talking as a life coach, though, looking at rapport and that.
That's what I mean. As a life coach, are we not going back to judging someone in the first 5-10 seconds that you meet
But that's
them?
what a life coach does. That's how you...
Of course. So would she not have done that in the first 5-10 seconds that she met Letitia?
Well, yes, she could have done. And we all know as well with auras, sometimes you meet someone and you don't like them. You don't know why. It's just because their energy's on a different level to yours.
Yeah, you just
so
don't
the
gel.
idea is you'd go for that, wouldn't you? That would be your person, your target.
Do you think who's going to go out, the two of them?
I don't know, because it depends how... Have they got till Friday to prove themselves?
Yeah.
Um,
I think Letitia will go.
I've got a feeling she will, but she could play the cards right. See, Lauren seems a bit more quiet and a bit
Laura.
more... So I don't know. Going on first thing, she's more shyer and quite humbled, whereas she might raise the game and party a lot more and bring something into the house. I don't know whether Laura's got that. Got the ability to do that.
I think Laura will stay. I think she'll get the guys' vote. I think she'll get the gay guys' vote. I think she'll go under the radar.
Yeah, because she isn't a challenge. She isn't a threat, is she?
No.
From what I've seen tonight, she's quite...
Whereas I think Letitia will be quite confrontational, will cause arguments, but perhaps not, knowing that she's up for eviction.
That's what I mean. We don't know how she's going to play it.
Yeah.
With her being a reality show star before, she's got the tools. She's already got them in a box, so she's got an advantage over the other members anyway.
Let us know your thoughts, folks, because if you're watching
we'd really
this,
be interested.
If you're watching this, comment on the Megacast page, send us an inbox or whatever,
Definitely.
and let us know what you think, because I think that there's definitely... Obviously, there's a twist this year, and
do you like the twist? Let's put it out there. Do they like? Are they liking what they're seeing?
Do you like the twist? Do you like what you see? Do you think it's all been done before?
Who do you think's going first?
Yeah.
Let us know. Let us know your feedback, and we'll give you a mention on our Big Brother Nightly.
Yeah, definitely,
reviews.
Definitely. So a good all in all first night, really.
Yes, I really enjoyed tonight, definitely. I enjoyed watching them all go the wrong way as well. That was quite funny.
Yeah, so did
they
I.
got to the top of the stairs. Emma said right.
I know. I think after Emma eventually stopped telling them to turn right, I think they were told backstage, to be honest.
Yeah. But I suppose you've got a lot going on in your head. You're going out to that crowd.
And that brings me to the next point. What did you think of the new whole studio outdoor setup? I thought it looked fantastic.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I preferred it a lot more than the other.
It's really funny because when I first saw it, I said to Alec, "Oh my god, that's really posh," and then Emma said, "Do you like our new posh studio?"
It is posh.
Yeah.
It's a lot better as well, than having just that straight gangplank. I like the way it sort of goes, and Emma gets to step away a bit when she needs to. So it gives her space to just have that 10 seconds breather before she's coming back in again.
Yeah.
Because presenting's hard work. It's tiring. She was running for 2 hours. It's a long time, so it just gives her that few minutes in the back spot.
Well, we know, don't we? Because we've done it for an hour, and it's hard enough for us, isn't it? So,
well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But then she's lucky in the sense as well that she'll have prompting in her earpiece, so she'll be able to keep going because they'll be giving her fresh ideas or whatever all the time. Whereas we're just on our own and we have to bat off each other. So it's a little bit different.
The good thing about me and Tracy is that I'm quite a good interviewer and Tracy's quite a good responder.
Exactly. It does work well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it will over these weeks.
Yeah.
We're going to be honest, aren't we? We're not going to be nasty, but we're going to give our honest opinion. And me and you do that really well.
Yeah.
You know, but it's personal again. Don't you know?
Yeah, it's
It's our
each of our
opinion.
personal opinions, isn't it? So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
It's not meant to offend or
and
whatever.
nothing's set in stone, so it doesn't
No,
mean that we
and
might
we might
change our we
change
can
in a
change our
week.
mind, can't we?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. But it's great to, you know, I love that it's back. I love to people watch. I can do it from the comfort of my own home. I can watch all their body cues and tonalities, and we can bring a great show.
And the good thing is that me and Trace are both avid Big Brother fans. We've both watched it.
Watched it from the
We've both
beginning.
watched it from the beginning,
From
and
Craig.
so we know our stuff. And so I think this was something that we were passionate about.
Passionate.
We
Definitely.
needed to do, and we needed your thoughts as well. So if you can interact and join us in the conversation on our Megacast TV page, then that would be
really
absolutely
appreciate it, because
fabulous.
it gives us another angle, doesn't it?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know whether Elma's still watching. She says, "Love your show," and she said, "Whoever cries, they will keep in the longest." That's what
Do you
she
think?
thinks. That's what Elma's saying.
Really?
Yeah, they'll keep the baby in. So if somebody's going to cry, and see, for me, that would be a no-go, because if somebody's crying all the time, it would get on my nerves.
I don't know. It depends, because whether they're crying for sympathy or just because like they haven't got their Diet Coke. Do you know what I mean? It depends what they're crying for.
You've got a couple of divas in there, see?
Yeah.
You've got Natasha's going to play that card, and one of the lads was quite diva-ish. I reckon Jackson will be a bit of a diva
Yeah, I think he will,
and
yeah.
also Marco.
I actually thought that
Play the diva card.
Jackson might be coming out as gay in a couple of years or a year or so.
I think already as well. I got that.
Although he was quite
some
he
of
was
his
basically saying in his VT that he liked pussy, but I'm not.
Yeah, but anybody can say that. I'm
Yeah.
not totally convinced either. The way he was holding himself and some of his
Yeah.
mannerisms,
Yeah.
it kind of.
And
led
it was
a
the
bit
same with
towards that
Marco.
way.
I got the
Maybe,
same kind
maybe.
of vibe with Marco. I thought there was something different about him. Either he was transgender or he was bisexual.
I did see that could be what Jackson is, though. He could be bisexual,
Yeah, he could be.
because I know from this generation more with my son, because one of my sons is bisexual, and it seems to fit more in their generation, which is a lovely thing, because instead of going for a certain type, they go for love. It doesn't matter what they are. It's if they're in love.
Yeah.
And I think that's what love should be about. It shouldn't matter whether you're female or male. It should be about the soul of the person.
Yes.
So it's a bit more deeper than being so shallow.
Yes.
Do you get me?
I get
So
that.
I quite like the bisexual thing that's going on with our new generation, because I think that's more open.
I think there are a lot more people that are open to experimentation.
Exactly, and
in
it's
the
not
new
frowned upon now, so
generation.
they've got the freedom,
Yeah.
haven't they?
Yeah.
Whereas before they would have hid it and felt ashamed,
Yeah.
and that they can be
Yeah.
more open now.
So like my generation, I mean, I found it quite difficult to come out and all that kind of thing.
it's not.
Whereas the
something-
generation below me,
Yeah,
I think had it much easier, to be
you
honest.
guys paved the way, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
All you ones that had it hard over the years, you've paved the way for this generation. But I love the way that they're not shallow. That that it's just about loving the soul. It doesn't matter whether it's in a female skin or a male skin. If you love the soul, it's okay.
Yeah, I get
And
that.
that'd be a nice world. You know
Totally.
what I mean?
Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
So I like that. But I'm thinking Jackson probably is more a bisexual. But that's
Well,
just going on what
There
I've
was
seen.
definitely mannerisms with his knees crossed and
Definitely.
stuff, wasn't there? And I
He's
said to Ali, he's
definitely
gay, him.
comfortable.
Definitely, yeah.
Definitely comfortable with who he is.
Yeah.
But I love the way that he was very eccentric, that he's following his own path, and that is commendable in this day and
Yeah,
age.
yeah. Totally, totally. So let us know your thoughts. We're going to be here every single night. Now, apparently, Tracy, it's only going to be on for 8 weeks, from what Emma was saying.
8 weeks? What happened to the 13 weeks?
I know.
Oh, what we're going to do, Jay?
Unless there's something coming up afterwards.
Yeah, maybe they brought the celebrity one in
Forward,
quicker.
yeah. That would be quite good.
Yes, but I hope it's not, because 8 weeks is going to fly.
It really is. Yeah.
It really will. And then we'll be thinking, okay, we've waited a whole... See, we wait a whole year, don't we? All excited, and it goes so quickly. And then, and the thing is, it becomes habitual viewing every night.
Yeah, it does.
So then when it finishes, you think, what the
Then you
hell
get
have I
into a
done?
routine and you're like, what am I going to watch now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I loved it more when it was 24/7 viewing.
Oh yeah, so did
Because
I.
I ate when they ate, I slept when I lived
Yeah.
Big Brother 24/7.
I mean, to be honest with you, Trace, I've even paid for it. When you had to pay for it, I paid for it.
Did you see? I didn't, but I loved it. Where and not only that, see, you got to see the real thing in the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
Now it's more scripted and staged for that hour. They can cut and edit.
Yeah.
Whereas before, see, they couldn't really do that because you were watching, so you would have known. I know it was on. See, I don't understand why they had to stop it, Jake. Because, okay, that fight broke out, and it seemed to be after that when things got really hairy
Yeah.
with the Michelle and Jason and Victor year. But they could have put it on an hour loop or whatever.
Well,
So
it's already on a 15-minute loop.
Well, that's what I mean. So if something happens, they can cut it anyway. So why can't we just watch it live
Because
like we did?
I've been to an eviction, and I know that they actually start broadcasting 15 minutes before we see it.
So why can't we have it live again? Please bring
I
back the
know.
live.
I
I would
know.
so. I mean, that's where you're going to get your ratings. That's where you're going to get your viewers.
Yeah, totally. So,
And you get to see the real people.
yeah, definitely.
See, now we only get that hour, so we're not sure whether it's scripted or edited.
Yeah.
So we're only seeing a certain percentage of who they really
Yeah.
are. They control it more, don't they? We
Yeah.
don't get to see the real.
So I've just checked, and it's 10 to 12. I can't believe we've been waffling for so long.
Really? Oh wow! See, it's passion, that is, and
And
it
I-
came easy.
And I really want to see the. I want to watch a bit of Big Brother
Yes,
sit on
I
the
want
side.
to watch the live bit and settle down with Mark. I need
Yeah.
supper. I haven't had supper, and it's like, I only have supper at 10. I've got
So-
to have a new routine.
Yeah, exactly. For at least for 8 weeks, anyway.
Yes.
So we will call it a night.
We will.
Let me just minimise Tracy so that I can play our little theme.
And it's a very good night from her.
And it's a very good night from me. Good night. God bless.
He's so good up for this.
I like this bit.